Hey everyone, this is Christopher here, back again, here to do another video for you guys today. It's been a while since I made a video. I I'm truly sorry. I've been quite busy lately with stuff, life and everything else. Especially since I'm still working with vocational rehabilitation, with therapy, job coaches, and everything else. But I need to get serious about one particular topic that's been going on in everybody's mind for a while. This is a message video, and this message video is going to Amanda Rose. Now, if you don't know who Amanda Rose is, um, she's been an ongoing topic for weeks on end right now. Now, I need to get my, now, I know I'm pretty late on making this video. I truly apologize, but I need to get my thoughts on, I need to get my thoughts on this situation, because if most of you seen weeks ago when this issue first came up, I did a response video to Amanda's apology, which she deleted it. Um, which she deleted it from her video for whatever reason, and I told her that I'm not sure if I'm gonna forgive her, and I give her that she needs to change her responsibility, she needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions and everything else. But one thing is, but after all this is going around, new information kind of got up, and this from a document that made from Azara and Mimi, who made this article about it. Actually, new development and new information had came out about her, which I will say what's going on right now. So basically, she was basically, how this went down is Amanda was in a relationship with Azara for about a year, right? And for about 2 years now, actually, since December 6th has passed already. And apparently, what this came out is that she is known to be quite inappropriate for a lot. Appropriate. She had this crush on this one particular boy, who I will not mention names just to protect the innocent. And come to find out that she's been in love with him since he was 17, and doing very inappropriate stuff. And as a result, one of Amanda's friend kind of told Azara what's been going on, and Azara was pretty upset that Amanda would cheat on her like that. And yeah. And ever since then, she made this apology video and everything else. And which she deleted it a week ago, and a lot of people exposed her her behavior on it. But then days goes by, nothing happens, and then we get a document that lists what she's been doing, and basically more information laid up. And after that happened, she lost some sub, and she also uploaded another video, which I will go ahead and let the video play for you guys, and I'll come back with a commentary on this.
Hello everyone, this is Amanda Rose here. And today I will be admitting my wrongdoings. So I realized that I found a Google Doc out of me that was made by my ex. And I will like to admit everything that I have done wrong, and I will seek on getting some therapy. Anyways, let's get started. Back in October 27th, 2021, Ezra told Aurora that he caught me cheating on her by sending a picture of myself in a bra to Brandon. It shows that I was being way too obsessive over him by fantasizing about him, planning to make a sex video of me, him, and Aurora, moaning his name to make everyone uncomfortable, and acting disgusting in VC calls. When I sent those pictures to Brandon, I trusted Ezra not to tell anyone, but he did anyways, so I ruined my own life by cheating on Aurora with Brandon. I was also playing the victim card by blaming my former friends for what I have done. It got so bad to the point where it hurted my former friends even more. I will also admit that I liked Brandon since 2019, while he is 17 and I was 21. It was a very unhealthy age gap and I should have liked him as a friend instead of crushing at him. I should have waited to have a crush on him when he turned 18 or not have a crush on him at all, since I was dating Aurora at the time. While I was being too obsessive over Brandon, I was acting psycho and scaring people in a group chat by freaking out. If I didn't have behavioral issues, I would have acted calmer, but instead I acted like a psycho and not listened to their advice at all. Also, about the 14-year-old minors, I made sexual jokes around them and I thought they would think it's funny, not knowing that they will get offended or thinking I sexually harassed them. Unfortunately, the minor took the jokes the wrong way and told other people I sexually harassed him after the jokes I made. According to the AFF, he said it still counts as sexual harassment, even though the joke wasn't meant for the minor. It was his choice to figure out if it was sexual harassment at all. I also had to delete the fake Snapchat picture of me crying, because it counts as attention seeking. Also, about Brandon, they found out that I called him Boo Boy instead of referring to Aurora, which is another reason why it counts as cheating. While Brandon is live streaming on TikTok, I was screaming at other female users for quote-unquote stealing my man, and I acted like he was my boyfriend, when he is not. Proving my obsession with Brandon has gone way too far. I also had no right to talk bad about my family behind their backs, because they are the only important people in my life. I said all that stuff out of anger due to family drama that drives me crazy. Honestly, they had a right to make that document for a reason, since I committed sexual harassment in 2019, and I will admit that I showed my breasts to Brandon in 2019 as well. I get mad at my friends for calling when I was offline, such as when I was not home or unable to call at the time. I also complain when they don't add me into Vine pictures, because I hate the fact of being left out all the time. Another thing I will admit is that I got my friends involved with a drama with Electrify and Matthew. And people tell me that it counts as child endangerment. I should have not got them involved in drama that wasn't such a big deal, and should have blocked them for safety, if they attack me for no reason. I also got upset, because I was told that it's Brandon's choice, if he wants to date me or not. He can't date me anymore now cause he doesn't wanna deal with me. When I found out that Aurora made that doc, I blamed her instead of myself, because it was upset that karma is biting me in the ass. I also lied about Aurora treating me like a prostitute, because I saw her status about me begging for money on Instagram, and I thought she was treating me like a prostitute. I was also accusing people of controlling me, when they were being civil with me the whole time. Also, I accused Jace of yelling at me, when he was not. I thought he was yelling the whole time, but I was the one doing the yelling because of my sensitive behavior. I would yell at someone for wording everything wrong or say, "Fine then," because of my behavioral issues. Anyways, I think I need to seek professional help at this point. Hopefully, when I get a therapist I will improve on what I have done to other people, including sexually harassment. Anyways, that's it for this video. This is Amanda Rose signing off.
So, I'm pretty sure y'all watched that video and thinking, and here's my thoughts on it. Okay, I'm a little puzzled that, I don't know why you had to make that video. And yes, you do need help, but you need to be punished for what you did. Because what you committed is a crime. Because what you did is a crime, definitely. Because you honestly, dating this boy since he was 17, that's a crime because that's underage. He's underage and you're an adult. You still are. You're 23 years old. And not to mention saying a sexual joy to a 14-year-old. That's even worse. That's still illegal. And showing your breasts to this boy, and I'm like, that's just not good. It really isn't. Especially since you're not, this is all coming to light. This is not good for you, Amanda. This really isn't. And I was hoping, I was hoping that after making that response video, you would be better of taking responsibility. I was hoping you would take responsibility for your action. But as the days goes on, I have not seen 1 ounce. I have not seen 1 ounce of you taking responsibility for your actions, because it's clear to me that you don't. You may say that you want to take responsibility for your actions, but I just don't see it. I really don't. I just don't see it, because obviously you're trying to get away from the consequences. You are trying to get sympathy from sympathy from people, and you're just a criminal in general. You're just a criminal, a pedophile, and you need to be punished for what you did, and you need to take responsibility for your actions. And I have not seen 1 ounce of you taking responsibility for your actions. I don't. I just don't see it. And you deleting your apology videos just because you can't handle the criticism, that just shows that you just can't really handle everything. That just shows you don't want to take responsibility for your actions. You just don't. I'm sorry to say, you just don't want to take responsibility for your actions, because you're 23 years old, Amanda. You're an adult. You're not a kid anymore. You need to act like it. You're 23. You're an adult. Act like it. Because right now, you're just acting like a child. I'm sorry to say. You're just acting like a child. And I hate doing videos like this. I really do. But I just feel like I need to get my thoughts out of this. Because I was a fan of you the first time. Maybe a few years ago, I was a fan of you. I was a fan of you, for one. I first became a fan of you when you did that Go Anime video about some spoiled girl about some character who was pretty spoiled and pregnant at the time. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was on your old channel before it got terminated. But now, as all this coming to light, I'm very disappointed in you, Amanda. I'm very disgusted and very disappointed in you, Amanda, because a lot of fans look up to you, and for you to do that, you just not only betrayed me, you betrayed your fans, and your friend. You also betrayed Azara because you cheated on her, but you betrayed yourself. You betrayed yourself. And for a crime like for what you've been doing, I'm not sure you're gonna be able to redeem yourself from this. I just don't see it. Because if you're not gonna take responsibility for your actions, then you're not going anywhere. And one thing is on that document is that you talk bad about your mother behind her back. I don't understand. Why would you do that? Honestly, why would you talk bad about your mother behind your back? Okay, some parents aren't perfect. Mine isn't, and my mom isn't perfect, but I love her to death. I'm doing all I can right now because my mother is still recovering from a stroke since last year. And for you to talk about your mom behind your back, you're just pretty selfish that's just selfish on your part, because they did everything for you. They were there for you when you were a kid. You were a baby. They did everything for you, and for you to do that just shows that you're not gratitude, you're not thankful, and you're just selfish all around, Amanda. I'm sorry, but But at the same token, you need to grow up. You need to seriously grow up. You're 23 years old. It's time for you to grow up. You're not a kid anymore. You need to grow up. Okay? And learn to take responsibility for your actions. And not hide behind the curtains. Hold on. I'm sorry. And learn to take responsibility for your actions and not hide behind a curtain like a wuss. Because not taking responsibility for your actions, you're going to go nowhere in life. And you need to understand that, Amanda. You're not getting anywhere. Your reputation is destroyed. But your reputation is forever destroyed. Because sexual assault and doing all the inappropriate behaviors towards some people, that's gonna get you locked up. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some people that might report you to the authorities over it. And you probably are gonna spend some time in jail and maybe end up on the sex offender registry for the rest of your life. Do you want that for yourself? Probably not. I bet you don't. But if you don't seriously clean up your behavior and stop all this, then you're gonna get locked up. Then you're asking to get locked. Then you're gonna get yourself locked up, and you're gonna be on the sex offender registry for the rest of your life. And trust me, that being on the sex offender registry won't be good, because you won't be able to go on the internet. You are not allowed to have a phone. You won't be able to get probably not able to get a job, because some job maybe involve working around kids, and you can't live near a playground or a park. I mean, Amanda, if you want to change like you say you do, you need to show it. And I say this so many times, but I don't see it. You need to show it. Actions speak louder than words. Also, you say you're getting help. Well, I am proud of you that you are gonna get some help for your issues, but you still need to be punished for what you did. And I don't see that happening. Because obviously, someone needs to report you to the authorities over this. Because obviously, somebody needs to report you to the authorities over it. Because you need to pay for what you did. Bottom line. Because every action has consequences, and they may not be good. So Amanda, if I were you, I really step away from the internet world, get some help, and you need to seriously pay for what you did. You need to and also take responsibility like an adult, because you're not acting like one. You're acting like a child. Adult would definitely take responsibility for your actions. You're 23. You're not a kid anymore. You need to act like an adult and do things for your life. Bottom line. Now, originally, I wasn't going to decide what I'm going to do with you, if I'm going to forgive you or not. But after hearing all this information that came up, Amanda, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to distance myself from you for good, until I see that you until I see a change in you. I'm just gonna have to distance myself from you until you show that you can take responsibility for your actions, and most importantly, clean up your act, because this is not looking good for you, and I just need to distance myself from you for good. Because it's clear to me, Amanda, that you don't want to take responsibility for your actions. Especially committing a crime like that. I just can't do it anymore, Amanda. I can't be friends with you anymore at this point. I cannot. Because it's clear to me that you don't want to take responsibility for your action. You're trying to get away from it. And I just can't be around that. I expect to be around people who at least At least if they do something wrong, they take responsibility for it. And I don't think you're gonna get people's trust back anymore. Bottom line, you just need to show it. I just can't. I'm just done with you, Amanda. I can't be friends with you anymore at this point, because it's clear to me that you don't want to take responsibility for your actions, and I can't be around people who act like kids, bottom adults that act like kids. End of story. Who don't want to take responsibility for your actions. So I just gotta say, Amanda, you're 23 years old. You need to grow up. You need to take some time off the internet until you get some help, for one, and two, until you can show the people that you change and ready to take responsibility for your actions and take criticism too, because that's important. Because you have not done that. So, that's really all I'm gonna say to you, Amanda. I'm done with you. I'm just done with you. I just need to distance myself from you at this point. I'm done with you. End of story. I'm done with you. Because if you're just gonna keep trying to get away from the consequences and keep not taking responsibility for your actions, then I just can't be your friend no more, Amanda. I just can't. Because if you're gonna keep doing what you're doing, then I just can't be your friend no more. End of story. I'm just done with you. I'm not gonna attack you. I'm not gonna send you death threats or whatever. I'm just done with you. I just need to distance myself from you. I'm done. I'm done with you. End of story. I just have to distance myself from you until you can tell until I see that you're taking responsibility for your actions, and B, that you can show people that you change and know how to act like an adult and not a kid. Bottom line, you're 23 years old. Time to grow up. Grow up, okay? That's really all I gotta say about her. Now look, guys, I get it. I understand that you hate Amanda and you feel betrayed. But I've been seeing a lot of death threats going around. I've been seeing a lot of death threats getting sent to her. And all I'm gonna say is, please don't send any death threats to her. It's not gonna make it's just add fuel to the fire, because death threats is also not only bad, it's also illegal. It's gonna get you locked up too. I'm not lying. You can get locked up for this kind of stuff. The only thing that you can do at this point is just block her. And if you've been a victim of you've been victim of Amanda sexually harassing you, I would definitely encourage you to report it to your local authorities if you can. There is a site called the Internet Crime Complaint Center, where you can fill out a formal complaint to them, and hopefully they can do a formal investigation on this issue. Obviously, there's no guaranteed that something's going to happen out of this, but I think if more people file a complaint against her, then maybe they can do some investigation and maybe she will be arrested. But I think if you live in her state and you've been a victim of her antics, I would say go ahead and report. I would say gather all the evidence that you have and report her to the local authorities. That's really all I can say on that. I will link, but that's really all I'm going to say about that. Just don't send her any death threats. Try to ignore her the best you can. If you can't, that's fine. But don't send her any death threats, because that's just add fuel to the fire, and you're not doing yourself any favor doing that, because you're just going to waste your time. Just block her, report her, and if you guys been a victim of her sexual harassment, I would say gather up all the evidence you can and see if you can report her to the authorities. I will put a link in the description. I will put the link to the the complaint form in the description box below, along with the link to the doc that Azara, Mimi, and the others made, so you can take a look at it yourself. But do warn you, it does contain some stuff from NF, not safe, and NSFW content. So but look at it at your own risk. But to sum this up, Amanda, please take responsibility for your actions and grow up. You're 23 years old. It's time to act like it. Act like an adult. And I'm just done. And after this, I'm done with you. I have to distance myself from you. I'm done. I'm done with you. I have to distance myself from you until you show me, Amanda, that you can change. And you can show that to the world that you can take responsibility for your actions and not hide behind the curtains like a wuss. Take responsibility for your actions. That's just the bottom line. That's really all I gotta say about you. And again, guys, no threats, no death threats to her, and don't send her any death threats, because if I see that, I will block you. Because you're just gonna waste your time doing that, and it's just not gonna do yourself any favor, because that's gonna get you locked up too. And if you guys been a victim of her sexual harassment against you, I definitely encourage you to speak out about this and report it to the local authorities if you can. And if you understand, I definitely encourage that. I will put the link of that in the description box so y'all can do that. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like this video, you want to see more of my videos, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any content on my page. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video coming soon. Peace out. Good night, everyone. Take care.